Well, finally, we get there. It's the largest boat race ever, the best day to be a boat racer. This is the BCC 2026. The All-Star Race is here, and after a full weekend, 4 group stages of racing, 75 drivers from each session have qualified to make it here on this Sunday morning race. The BCC All-Star Race is just about ready to get started. In 20 minutes time, we start qualifying. The 300 fastest Minecraft boat racers the world has ever seen will be racing here on BCC. Oh, the 5th annual BCC is here and it's ready. I am so excited for this one to start. Who can win it? Who's gonna give us the stories to tell for years? And who do we get to commentate and watch this with? Gold leader, what's your expectations for this BCC?
You can never predict anything in BCC. We've got old favorites, we've got new upcomers, and we've got some unexpected results in the group stages. It's anybody's game, and it's going to be a joy to watch it unfold.
Exactly. It will be... It's been so exciting already. The past 4 group stages have had so many wonderful experiences, close finishes, and 4 champions of the events. The 4 group stages: Rubik, Kane, Shell Joe. Oh shoot, I'm missing the last one. Who is the last one?
Rubik.
I already said Rubik. It's Rubik, Kane, Shell Joe, and
Joka.
Joka. There you go. Thank you. And Joka are your 4 to watch out for the All-Star Race, plus plenty more. Oh, if you are interested in joining, we still have spots available, perhaps due to the 300 drivers. Some of them might not be showing up. So if you do want to join, show up on bcc.frostix.com in the next 5 minutes. Try and participate as a last-minute walk-on, if you will. And you can join, be a part of the 300-player Minecraft boat race. If you can make it, you don't want to miss it. All these drivers are getting ready. Look at all of them right there. Some of them are warming up, some of them are practicing, some of them are just hanging out. We have so much action to share you, so much things to talk about over the past weekend and the past year, really, in terms of what happened since BCC 2026. But we have one special thing to do so before we get into our pre-show, and we return to BCC game shows. The game show, of course, by those 2 guys has been a wonderful addition or re-edition last year, and we have one to share with you before we get into the action. We're starting in 20 minutes time. We will see you on the other side of this game show where BCC, where TDG of BCC will get to know some of the fast drivers on track here today and play a little game with them. So enjoy Guess Who by TDG.
What is up, BCC? I'm TTG, and I have the absolute honor of hosting this year's BCC game show again. And I had an absolute blast recording this one. Today we're going to be playing Ice Boat Racing Guess Who, where Renakas, Gustav, and JH Trash are going to face against Lapis, Laser, and Jolly to see who can guess each other's character in Minecraft first. I had a lot of fun recording this one, and I hope you guys have fun watching it. And let's get straight into it. Lapis, Laser, why do y'all have a respawn anchor here?
Would you like us to get rid of it?
No.
I can get rid of it for you.
No. We're good.
Welcome back to BCC Game Show.
I'm your host again. I'm Betsy too.
How are y'all feeling? How do y'all think?
Hold up, we need a freaking.
I feel nothing.
How do y'all think y'all are going to do? How do y'all think y'all are going to? Oh my gosh.
We're gonna win!
I think this doesn't know what he's doing.
Hi Reno. Hi Gustav. Hi JH.
Hi.
Shut up! I'm gonna ban all of you. You're all banned.
Okay.
Hi Reno. Hi Gustav. Hi JH. How are we? How do y'all think y'all are going to fare in this competitive game of Guess Who?
They aren't gonna fare.
Wait, why the
Gonna
frick?
win!
Why do you skip over us?
We're winning. We're winning. We're winning. We
Easy
are winning.
clap.
Easy
We,
clap.
as in we.
I'm glad you contributed a lot in the game shows last year, Gustav. Right. I'll let y'all discuss who you wanna go with here.
We're doing laser.
Let's
Oh,
gather team.
I think we should go with laser.
No, please, no.
I was thinking we just go like full like random like I don't know.
I was
Demonatic
thinking,
type beats.
dude, I was also thinking Demonatic.
Or maybe if we
Yeah, I
pick
think we
like a
can-
girl, you know, could also work.
I
Nah.
think they're gonna go for something funny like
I think the girl pick would be
I-
troll.
no yeah girl pick is troll but wait but that's just Mariona here yeah.
Oh,
Evil
wait,
scientist.
as well.
Evil as well.
Uh,
We should do Walter.
What?
Alright,
What?
he's
What?
gonna
What?
give you
I
a
think
lead.
Alessandro would be a better pick now
Why?
Okay.
because there's an E in it.
That's true.
Holy shit. Jolly, you're a genius. There's a lot of...
Right, but so okay, technically we could massively throw them off. What if we chose ozone? Holy crap, there's no E in that.
True.
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
We could totally throw them off. Maybe we just bank on, like, Gustav being dyslexic, not being able to read.
I think that's a good idea.
I could do that.
So how do we abuse his dyslexia?
You see, Alessandro would be someone they wouldn't expect.
I think they also wouldn't expect Just Brew.
Alessandro's unexpected because he's neither ABG nor Bolab.
Let's do a big man strat. We take our spy glasses and we keep looking to the like the top right where Mariana is, and keep like nodding our heads, so they think
Yep,
we're going
yep.
like somewhere there.
Like,
Yup. I think the Demonatic is the pick here.
okay.
Yeah, we go demonatic, but we act like body language like we're doing like something like that side there.
Yes, bro.
Alessandro is a ABG staff member.
Exactly.
Oh, let's send it.
Sure, you know what?
I'm okay with
Whatever.
that.
Let's do it. We'll win anyway, it's fun.
All right, what's the strategy going into this one, y'all?
We're picking laser.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Oh my god, he's totally throwing. That's definitely not what we're picking. Holy frick.
We're picking Alessandro.
Mm-hmm.
Alessandro.
Wait, GGG, no, stand on this. Stand on this. Wait, watch this. Oh my god, we killed him.
Attention! Can I get your attention? The opposing team, the team
No.
in blue.
Frick. He's calling attention, bro. Everybody stand.
Does your selected player have any visible human skin on it, on their skin?
Any
The
visible
Minecraft skin.
human skin.
Wait, who's our guy again?
Interesting.
I can't see.
We need to look, actually.
Oh.
So does the color of the skin matter?
So by human, like,
Humanoid?
human can mean a lot of different things, you know?
You mean
It'd be
like
really
human-
mean if you called someone
humanoid?
inhuman when they're a really cool guy, but you call them inhuman. That's really insensitive and mean of you. So I think you should
Like,
change your question.
Think about like Brecky, for example, or even like me. You know, like if that was me up there, you know, would you say I'm
You
not
do not
human?
count.
Might or might not be.
Yeah.
Cannot.
Are you gonna tell
find
Jolly
that
to his face
very
that he's not
offensive.
human?
I feel that I think that's very
I
offensive.
think he's
and you
duck.
I take
That's
personal offense to that being true.
Huh?
To answer your question,
I'm gonna say no.
They don't have human.
you should feel
Oh.
bad about yourselves.
You should feel really bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what they do about this person.
Did we do him?
I would say, I mean, I think it's great to make the effect on the actual helmet. I guess we can leave him for now.
All right, listen. We're either gonna win or we're gonna lose with this one. Hail Mary the whole time. Is your driver a girl?
I think you
Wait,
won.
can we get ref on this?
Yeah, can we get that on this?
Oh, I know who it is. It's this person.
Oh my god,
It's this person.
again.
It's this person.
Oh my god.
It's definitely this
Oh my
person.
god.
What's
Wait,
your
what did you
question?
say?
What's your question? You asked for a ref.
We
it's
forgot.
for the memes only. We just look like we were discussing, and then we're gonna go back to them
Yeah.
and say the answer is no.
Oh, smart. Okay.
Actually,
Just read them the airboat.
so what this is very interesting because the fact that they had to think about it narrows it down like a lot actually. Or they're
You're
just
genius,
screwing with us. Or they're screwing with us.
Bro, okay, if they are, then we get to say that TTG is in on it, and it's unfair that the ref is... Yeah. Oh, they're all deaf, we don't even have to... Yeah. No, they're just cheating.
Okay, I'm gonna answer him. Our
I
big
can answer.
character is not a woman.
I think we win.
I think we do.
I think we
Alright,
win.
we narrow that one down first.
I think we win.
Yeah, that's a good. All right, I like that.
Send it. No, leave it.
Send
Alright,
it,
send it.
down, bro. Remember, they went first, so we get an extra question after they get it before we do. But they're not gonna, so because they're cooked. All right,
On the back foot.
Read them the airboat.
ask away, no beds.
We can just do like OS1 drivers because it's like half. Yeah. Isn't it half and half?
Wait, so off season 1 drivers, it's Purple Doki, I know.
Doki,
Ozen.
Makusen,
Makusen,
Crispy.
Crispy.
What was? Oh yeah,
Ozone.
Makusen was.
Yeah, so just ask if they've raced an.
Yeah, if they're raced in
OS1.
OS1.
That's the perfect question then. That's like
Yeah.
halving, literally. Okay, I like that. Yeah, we go with that.
Attention, people.
Oh wait.
We have our question.
Is it our turn to ask?
Oh wait, yeah, no
Yes.
wait. Sorry, we okay.
Stop
Yeah, go ahead and ask.
cheating!
Go ahead and ask, cause I screwed up. I screwed up on this. We have it. All right, we're shooting this next time, bro.
Lapis, you have it wrong. Other way around.
What? What do you mean?
They said no.
Yeah, they did say no. We know who it is now.
It's not. No, it's not. They're not a woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
know.
know.
Yeah, we know.
We
Yeah,
know.
we know.
There we go.
Well, this is better
Oh,
play.
I see.
Let's go. We're gonna. You got
I think
one
it's
more
big.
chance. You got one more chance. You have one
You
question.
guys have
You have to send it
one
right now.
guess.
Send it.
You better guess. You better guess your one guy right now.
Did they drive an OS1?
No.
No.
No, they didn't.
No, you stupid.
They didn't.
idiot.
Are you sure?
Yep,
No,
pretty
I mean-
certain.
Okay. Interesting.
Bang. Very nice. Very nice.
Bang.
Well, if it's not Shizuya and it's not you, then like why do they even need to get ref on any of these others? Like just because
So
Purple
she-
Toki's purple
it's-
doesn't make him a girl, bro.
Oh, it's not evil because she's lesbian. Like, bro, like, come on. Like
She's interesting.
What are they cooking?
I don't know, man. Oh! Whoa, ref, they're shooting, ref!
I'll
Bro,
wait.
this
I'll
was
wait to say
clearly
it.
offside.
Offsides.
I could show you offsides, buddy.
All right. Is your person Shizuya?
That no, it's not.
What do you mean it's not Shizuya?
What do you mean no?
It's not
What do you mean?
Okay. We still have one person up. We still have one person up.
One person
We
up.
still have one person up technically. Okay, fair play.
Did they actually like? They actually thought that we weren't sure about the girl answer.
I mean, your plan has worked. Your plan. They only have laser.
Somehow-
Your plan has worked.
Okay, wait, what's our question now? What's our question? We can ask if they are wearing a hat or helmet for a 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Do that. Do
We
that.
go for that?
Attention,
Okay.
please. Attention, please. Is your person wearing anything on their head?
Ref, can we get from? Can we get?
Okay, yeah,
Can I call
I
him
got
what-
you. I got you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
yes,
So what do they mean by head?
by the top of their cabeza, bro.
The what?
The top of their cabeza.
I think that means we should say no.
Top of their head. I guess it could be argued either way. I would say yes. I feel like you kind of have to say yes here.
Do our opinions not matter to you, Tsuchi?
I would say my opinion is a fact, and the fact that there's something on their head right now.
I think this is all rigged, Laser. I think
We're really screwing with them now. So we, after a very lengthy discussion, we would like to take these guys take these guys to court, bro. We're gonna take these guys to court. So, but the
Wait,
answer
come
to
back
your
on
question is yes, they are wearing something on their head.
I think that's debatable. Personally, I think, and he doesn't care about the ref. Doesn't care about our opinions.
All right.
Oh.
If this isn't your guy, then y'all cheated.
For sure. We're
No,
taking you to court. We're probably taking you to court either way. All right, Laser, say it.
All right! Purple team! The super goober team! The cheater, liars, and filthy, underhanded players! Is your man the _ laser sloth?
Ref?
Oh my fuck, dude.
These guys are rage baiting, bro. These guys are totally rage baiting. Oh my god.
Is that Laser?
No.
You sure?
Ref says that that's not laser. You can tell by my suit and tie. This is very expensive, by the way. I spent a lot of money.
got it.
Did we get the VAR on this?
And you get VAR? Not offside. That's not offsides.
Ah.
Okay,
Well,
thank God.
Hi, Laser.
Hi, I'm Laser. I'm also
It's
your
not
guy.
Laser.
Okay, so they're cheating. All right.
They are
all right,
cheating.
all right.
Yeah, they are cheating.
Okay, TTG, what happens if we have everybody down? Because these guys are some cheaty, dirt and rotten freaking Europeans, bruh.
Are you sure you understood our answer of no, it is not a girl?
No, we know what we're doing.
We understood where you guys are.
Y'all
understood
required a
perfectly
fucking
fine.
ref to decide it. What do you mean?
What happened to all the other names?
Well, you said you weren't so sure, so you know they go down because they would be obvious.
What if we were sure,
think.
actually?
Let me think. Okay,
Then
okay.
y'all-
I have this idea, bro.
What's your idea of the episodes?
All right, we got the next guest.
All right.
I would like to ask.
Would you like to purchase a
question.
vowel?
No.
Are we guessing?
No, it's our turn. Okay, that was their question. Let's go.
Is your person Alexandro de Moore?
No, it is not Alexandro de Moore.
Ref, can we get Ref?
Ref.
Hello, yes.
Is there actually a person in our community named Alexandro de Moore?
Are you saying no because of their pronunciation of Alessandro?
I don't know this Alexandro de Moore. Like.
Bro, that is Alexander.
Our guy is not Alexandra de Moore. Our name is like 99% close to Alexandra de Moore, but it's not Alexandra de Moore.
Wait,
Oh.
so... yes, if it's Alessandro, you said no.
They're not saying no to Alessandro. They're saying no to Alexandro.
Yeah, we can tie. We can tie this.
To play with
No, we could tie this.
Oh my god. Alright, 2v3, we got this now.
2v3, bro.
We can tie.
All right, this is the only other person who might sort of be a girl.
Snap is your muted.
Okay, that's kind of good that you guys didn't hear what I just said. All right, so to tie, is your person Purple Toki?
No.
Oh, dang it! Oh, shoot. Okay, you got freaking cheating, bro.
No cheating.
You wanna
This is not even-
I don't even want to know who they had. I don't even want to know who they had because it doesn't. Whatever they had, it's not gonna be as good as. It's just gonna be bad.
W misdirection.
W cheating.
My name is Jay.
We always ask for ref every round. We've asked for ref every round. We are going to keep
We would never. We would never ask for rap. You guys are
Never
so
ever
disgusting.
misdirect or try to cheat or anything. We're playing a straight up game. All right, who the frick has green shoes here?
All right. Do y'all have anything to say for the people racing BCC right now?
We are so
These guys are a bunch of freaking
Whatever you
cheaters, bro.
do, whatever you do. Okay, listen to me. I'm serious. Whatever you do, please bump Renault, Gustav, and Jace as much as you can.
Okay.
And we're back to the event. This is BCC 2026, and the All-Star race is starting to collect as many drivers as we can now. The server has opened up for every single driver who wants to participate to be able to join. bcc.frostix.com is the IP, and you can start showing up for expected 300 players is the goal. Our current world record, of course, for the the largest Minecraft boat race and the single most online race, the most amount of drivers in a single online race, is a world record. And we hold it at 250 drivers set last year in 2025. Can we beat that today? Can we break a new world record? The only way to find out is to join yourself and participate in a world record. Gold, that was an amazing a little game show we had there by TDG, JH, Gustav, Reno, Lapis, Laser, and Jolly the Duck. They're such funny characters. A few of them are driving on track right now, getting ready to go. There's Laser Sloth. He's there waiting for his turn in his qualifying round. We're starting qualifying in just a couple of minutes here. I believe Jolly the Duck is also online. There he is after his game show. They, of course, lost today's race, but Techno Gustav and friends did win that one. So they'll be competing in this All-Star race on a little bit of a confidence boost after winning IVR Guess Who. And some funny shenanigans happening there with these groups, and surely all these drivers are so funny on and off the track. I mean,
yeah, I had a joy watching that. I hadn't seen it before, so it was very fun. Had a lot of laughs.
Yeah, so they were sitting here in the commentary booth just laughing as much as we could on the silly shenanigans these guys do. There's Gustav. He's waving at the camera, Gustav. He knows he's on camera. This guy's a fiend for the camera, I must say. He always likes to be a part of it. During his group stage, he's like, "Did you get my good side? Did you get my good side?" Of course, Gustav. We'll always get your good side.
You have no bad side, Gustav.
Right. So the All-Star race is getting ready to go, and let's talk a little bit about the history of BCC, because that is important as we gear up for our 5th annual BCC race. Oh my gosh, look at all these fast drivers all lining up together, just getting the warm-ups in. Because 5 years ago, in 2000, well, I guess 4 years ago, I don't know, in 2022, we had a world record in boat racing history. We had the most amount of drivers in a single Minecraft racing event, and that was 56. That was it. It's 56 drivers. We were blown away with the amount of people we brought in and the amount of people who have participated in BCC 2022, the first one, and it's only grown since then, with Makuzin and Pig Alala battling it out for the lead in the championship and the event. It was won by Makuzin by a single point. That separated the two. And Makuzin claims the win. The Swede. Ready to... is he going to be on this time around? I'm not sure. I don't think he will be. It doesn't seem to be so. But yes, 56 total drivers in BCC 22 with Makuzin taking the win. Then we move on to 2023, where we doubled the numbers. 108 total players in BCC 2023. And who won that? Well, it was again by 1 point. Lapis Lettuce won. We just saw him participate. I don't think he's going to be here today, unfortunately. But he did win 2023 by 1 point over the legendary driver, Purple Toki, who's participated in every single BCC race so far and has gotten top 4 in every single one. Next, in 2024, we got a 3-point gap, and the winner out of 128 total players was Hutspot. There he is. Oh, that's his skin twin. Where's the actual Hutspot? There he is. Oh, follow him. Hutspot winning that one by 3 points over Soda Soaker. Of course, Purple Toki getting the third that race, and 128 people. A lot of ties that one out too as well. All the way down to top 10. There were ties everywhere. And finally, last year, we had an amazing finish by 10 points over the current SC2 hotshot at the time, after having 250 people race in it in 2025, won by Hockey Fan by 10 points over Ani Kaiser and 32 Gilo. And we had a problem though in 2025 where we had too many people sign up for the server to handle. We had to cap out at 250 total drivers. This year, with the group stage edition and other ways to improve the server, we can fit up to 300 per group stage and 300 in the All-Star race. We've already had 500 people show up to some sort of BCC event during the races this weekend. And we are going to break that world record for sure. We already have the most in an event, but in a single race is up for debate still. as we fill in the last couple of people into the race. And Gold, with so many drivers here, I mean, is there any chance that you could predict who's going to win this one?
Absolutely not. There is no way you can predict it. You can take your bets, sure, but it's anybody's game. We've got so many drivers, so many quality drivers. It's anybody's game, really.
Exactly. And of course, our 4 winners from the group stage you have to pay attention to because they have already done this once before this week. That being Shell Joe, who won that first group stage by a margin there. Great racing from that first group stage in probably the most competitive group stage of the 4. And Shell Joe surprisingly taking the win over quite a few fast drivers, including, of course, Purple Toki. But yeah, Shell Joe winning that first group stage is ready to do it again. Could it be the first driver to win 2 BCC races in the same weekend? Or could it be the second group stage winner, Kane? It could be Kane's job to do that task as he won the second night race for BCC in that second group stage. So he won that one. Can he do it again? Or will it be Joka who won that third one in the morning there yesterday morning? A Saturday morning race. It was also a very, very competitive one, and Joka was able to sneak away a win just barely for the event. Could it be the Brazilian? And finally, who do we have as our last name? I keep forgetting who our last name is. It's Rubik, of course. Rubik, he's somewhere in this mix. There he is. There's Rubik, the 4th and final group stage winner after winning group stage 4. And even still was quite a tough challenge for him to complete that qualifying. Very well job. Do a great, amazing race start for the sprint race and wrapped up with a win in the feature race. So could it be Rubik as well? These 4 drivers are one to watch out for, as well as the 4 past racers, race winners, who some of them might not be here. So I think Makuz and Lapis won't be here. But Hutspot will be one to watch out for as well, as he's already won 2024. Could be the first to win 2 successive years in BCC. But it could be anybody else. It's not just the ones who have made, race wins and competitiveness in BCC. It could be anyone from current championship leader in FC2, Ferrari 15, to current FC1 leader, Mafiosa. Or could it be someone who I think we should pay attention to, who could be going for a little bit of a triple crown type idea? It is Paper Yoshi. He is, I don't know where, he's somewhere in there though. Paper Yoshi, he's somewhere in the mix. But Paper Yoshi, of course, recently winning, not quite winning, but getting second in the 12 hours of Le Mans. Third, you're right. Third in the 12 hours of Le Mans. Paper Yoshi trying to find some sort of triple podium, I guess, if you will. He could still take the chance of getting a podium in today's event with BCC, the 12 hours of Le Mans. He won by himself. He got third by himself. Or could it be FC1 Monaco, where he got second in that one as well? So Paper Yoshi, definitely one to watch out for in these big, big races. Can do pretty darn well. Who won that Monaco race? Was it Hutspot? I think it might have been Hutspot in Monaco. Or it could be someone who has a lot of content. We've got qualifying starting soon. Uh-oh, here we go. It might begin here. I'm not sure why I can't spectate the race. There we go. There we go. All right. So we have a grid loaded for our qualifying. Here's how it's going to work for the qualifying session. It's 5-4. Oh, we're starting like right now. You get 1 shot each to set your lap time. And here they go for the first group stage, or the first heat in qualifying. They each only get 1 lap each, and you get a huge heap of points to claim once you win this group stage. And who do we got in this first heat? Swishy, I see Big Bourbon there. Mr. Cactus, he did a great job in his heat for qualifying. in the group stage. There's Techno Gustav as well. Good job from him. And Hutspot, 2024 winner in this group. A whole lot of fast drivers in this first heat. So who can take it out to be on top? There's Purple Toki starting to pull out of the rest of the pack. Big Burb also in this one. So many fast drivers to name here. It's impossible to name them all who could win this heat. But Big Burb and Swishy looking very, very good right now. Swishy had an excellent finish in his qualifying group stage as well. Big Burb and Swishy. Hutspot bringing it into the mix here as well. Through the stadium section they go, and into the old block stop. Swishy may take a little bit of practice. I think Hutspot did. Took a little bit of the inside corner micro block stop, if you will, to keep on pace with the two ahead of him. There's Purple Toki as well, trying to keep up with this pack, and it just so very close between these top drivers in this first heat. It is dead even between all of them. I mean, it's hard to say who's going to win out of this last corner, but Hutspot looking really good on the second to last corner. Could he pull out a little bit of extra speed into this last corner? It's dead even between the three of them. A little bit of a checkup from Swishy. Is that enough for him to take the lead? It is dead even between the three of them. Hutspot maybe a little bit behind. Toki just behind, but who's going to take the fastest lap for this first heat? And it is going to be, as we cross across the line, it's Hutspot gets the tie over Big Burb and Swishy.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, a 128.8 is crazy fast.
And don't even forget to mention, Purple Toki is only a tenth and a half behind. Incredibly tight from the top four.
Oh my gosh, 3 in the ties. 128.879 is the time to beat. And oh my gosh.
And you know what, Blue? I think that is, I can't say anything too soon, but that's gotta be pole, right? You gotta feel really good for all three of those drivers for the next couple heats, that you might have a chance for pole.
Exactly. All three of them could have, could be starting on that front row. And take a look at it. We opened up our full standings, which adds an extra 10th to our sheet there, all our times. And you can see Hutspot edged out Big Burb and Swishy by 1,000th of a second. 1,000th of a second is crazy close. That's how deep we go. And of course, Swishy tying Big Burb. It is wow. Absolute wow between the three of them. This is what you're going to get for an all-star race of 300 of the fastest drivers in boat racing. Things like that. And we're just getting started in our qualifying. That's just one heat. We have a couple more to go. And Hutspot getting the win there by 1,000th of a second in the heat. All right, well, we have our second 50 loaded up here. There's some big names as well in this one. I see Soda Cup, who did an excellent job in his qualifying heat, winning that sprint race in the second stage there. Mind Crime also in this one. Ozone, the non-Bocam user. Rapping Ivy, Arthur Hona, Builder Maddie, Satimo. Looks like Ozone's going to wait before he starts his lap, but the rest of them are going to go off and see what they can do into turn 1 for this BCC 2026 Heat Stage 2. Or Heat 2, I should say, as the rest of them coming through. It looks pretty clean for the most of them. We're not seeing too many people crashing the side of the wall now that we're in the All-Star race. But Builder Matty Rubik pulling out in this group. He did an excellent job in his heat in Group 4. Really dominated the field there.
Really good turn 2 there for Builder Matty.
Into 3 and 4, the chicane. You can see Rubik getting a faster line through there. Into 5, you can see so many different lines being taken by all these fast drivers. They all figured out a racing line they think is best. And turn 5 just makes it so different for everybody's racing lines. There's Demonac in the mix as well. He's trying to pull ahead to the top. Shell Joe's in this one. Of course, he won the first group stage. Rubik there as well, winning group stage 4. So between the two of them, we'll have to see if one can get a leg up on the other. We also see Demonac and Itzazar in there. Lucy Gold as well in this second heat of qualifying for the All-Star race. Into the fountain section. Through the dog head, and it looks dead even between these. Ignore McClay guy, who is currently on a just on a practice lap. But here we go. Demonac, different line for Demonac is going to work for him on the second last corner. Can he hold on to the line, though? Compared to the rest of them, not too much. But it's going to be between him and Rubik, it looks like, on this last corner. But it's Yazar also having a great last corner. It is very tight between the three of them. Who can take this one? Penguin Gamer also in the mix. It's 2x2. Looks like it's going to go to... Wait for the update. Demonatic, I think. Yes, a 129.2 from Demonatic. Rubik, 500s behind. It's Yazar and Penguin Gamer, Lucy Gold, Rapping Ivy, Builder Maddie, Arthur Honum, That Wall, and Minecraft in your top 10 for the second heat of the All-Star qualifying. And no, not really too much close to, about 4/10 off the pace compared to the first heat, but Demonatic still crushing sometimes there. 29.2 will get you pole position on most qualifying stages for the group stage.
Yeah, Demonatic had an excellent run through the chicane in turns 5 and 6. That really gained him time on the rest of the field. That's kind of what did it for him.
Yeah, Demonatic nailing that one. We'll see where he ends up in our position order. There's so many to look at. Looks like it's going to be a 6th position or 7th position or so for Demonatic. I believe, no, it'll be 8th position there for Demonatic. A 129.2 will put him in 8th position from that first heat. And we'll see the full result shortly, but for now, Demonatic in 8th, and still that tie for first is the one that stays us on top there. Hutspot getting the fastest time, a 128.7 is fast. And there's Hutspot right there. Just walking around, making sure he's seeing the track, checking, make sure there's nothing weird about it. All right, heat is 2 is wrapped up. There's all the times coming in, and we'll get ready for heat number 3. And here they all are. Heat number 3. What names do we have in this one? I see. And they red windows in this one. There's sort of lemon in this one. Dr. Spats. Larsakala, Mopeki, Suda Siegel. Lots of fast names in this one. Ilta Samor, Italian name. Some good names. Lisaki had a great run in group stage 4. So can that luck carry on through the All-Star race? And here we go. Heat number 3 is a go. And here they all run off. Track's also in this heat, I see. And JH also could take away a pole position. Here they go. They're running to turn 1 for heat number 3. Looks clean for the most of them. A couple of them go a little bit wide or a little bit slow. But it's going to be Track who pulls out ahead. There's Oint also in the mix here. Try to keep up with Track. A lot better from the rest of the field on turn 2 compared to Track. He had an excellent turn 1, hasn't he? Just pulling ahead by a couple tenths. But Oint challenging him for this top spot on Track. Kane and JH Dash are right behind. There's Joka winning his group stage. Kane as well. So 2 group stage winners in this heat as well. And into turn 6. Oh, a little bit of scrape there from Track. Was it on purpose? It might be into the stadium section. And yeah, it seems to be a worthwhile micro block stop from Track, keeping him in the top group of this heat through the stadium section into the old block stop. Any micros from these top drivers doesn't look like too much. And into the fountain section we go. JH Dash currently on pace to be in front, but Oint is battling him just by that speed there on the exit of the stadium section. So into our last couple of turns here. We just got 2 more to go. 2 sweeper 180-degree corners. JH Dash looks like has the best position to be in right now, but 30 and Gio having a great dive bomb into the second to last corner. Oink setting up real nicely for the last corner. Who could take this heat? It is very even between all these drivers. Look how close they are in this qualifying heat. Looks like it might go JH Dash's way as they cross the line. And I think that was JH coming up on top. It is JH Dash on top with a 128.7. And that, I think, is a new pole position.
That's pole.
A 128.7 makes JH Dash your new leader in the qualifying stage. Very good. What a lap.
And you know what? Kane also is in that 3-way battle for now 2nd place. So there's 4 drivers tied now for that spot.
There's 4 drivers tied for that spot. I'm just double checking through my results here.
Oh, Paper Yoshi just
stole it. Late there for Paper Yoshi, pulling into 2nd position in the heat and 2nd position in the qualifying. Remember, Hutspot's 128.8 was the time to beat. 128.7 clears that one. And yes, you're right. Kane in the mix of that that tie there for 2nd now. Or
3rd
close
now.
to tie. 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd now.
With Paper Yoshi pulling into 2nd there. How close can these drivers be? And how fast is that? A bunch of drivers in the 128s is ridiculously quick. And it just shuts up people who had excellent laps and just couldn't and are good drivers and who can usually do stuff like this. But with a large group like this, I mean, Oint wasn't even mentioned in that heat, but we know he had a great time. He did have a sub 129, I believe, in that heat. And it seemed to be kind of forgotten about. Yeah, he had a 128.98. And he just, I don't know, it wasn't really mentioned, but a 128.9 from Oint is still an amazing job. It's just not fast enough. Right.
Uh-oh, sorry to New Kiddo fans. I guess he got kicked midway through his qualifying lap. He's starting towards the back
Oh, no.
now, so...
We'll see what happens with New Kiddo there. The YouTube short sensation. We'll see if he gets his a redo or not. But for now, heat number 3, I think. No, heat number 4 is off and away. Who do we have? I think I see Rocket Rays in this one. Jolly the Duck in this one. And we'll see what we can do. Into turn 1, a little bit more going wide on this heat. But right now it's Life Network pulling out ahead. Rocket Rays, the one to challenge him into turn 2. Great turn 1 from Lifen. Really great. Turn 2 looks just as good to Lifen and Rocket Rays. 3 and 4. And oh my gosh, how much faster is Lifen through 3 and 4? It just felt like he speed boosted through that, didn't he? Huge gap over the rest of the field through 3 and 4 for Lifen. Absolutely put to perfection in the chicane through 6 and 7. Rocket, Captain Bunny, Eduardo Avocado, and Chad Bonagues are in a group by themselves, it seems like, as Life Network is just pulling ahead by a huge amount. Into the old block stop. Looks like he's going to check up on that one, Life in. Maybe not be the fastest turn through there that we've seen, but is still dominant compared to the rest of this heat. And yeah, Rocky just can't seem to catch up to him. Life Network doing an excellent job.
It seems New Kiddo has gotten his redo after he's been kicked in the last qualifying. I see him further down the order in this heat.
Ah, there you go. So New Kiddo is getting his redemption. I can see him. Yes, he's there in the back of the heat. Not a great, looks like lap from him, but will be doing his best. Rocket Race checking up big time on that last corner, is not going to have a great finish. Captain Bunny might pass him here in the qualifying, but this one's definitely going Lifen's way. 129.080 is the heat lead. Just make sure if there's anybody else coming across the line at the very end. Doesn't look like there's anyone sandbagging their start, but a 129.080 for Life, and they'll put him at least a top 15 in the heat. But Rocket Rays quite a bit off the pace. A 129.75 is, or excuse me, 8.3, I think. A 129.7 or 129.83 is Rocket Rays' time, with Captain Bunny just a couple hundredths behind. TDG also crossed that line at 131, way off the pace for the American on that one. Unfortunately for him, just couldn't get the lap in. We're going to see a lot. We saw a lot of that in this qualifying. I think we missed out on a lot of it, including drivers like Mafiosa, who didn't seem to have too much mention in our top qualifying, who is known to be a really good qualifier, but maybe had some sort of mistake or just couldn't get the exact lap in for qualifying. But right now, still headed by JH Dash to be the leader of the qualifying. Do we have one more heat? I don't know.
Blip is getting a lap right now. I don't think he ever started his lap after a disconnect, and it sounds like he's going. Let's see, where's Blip Dash?
He's just spinning around on track.
On the straight. Okay, it looks like he's going to go back up and begin his lap.
Yes, he is. I think he's going to go now.
I think the session ended. I don't know if he's going to get a lap.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Looks like his time has started, so he's going to take a lap all by himself. I'm not sure what the reason why he waited so long to start his lap. You get a countdown, a sound cue, and everything, and he forgot to do so. But Blip Dash is going to do his lap all by himself, clean through turn 2. And it's hard to compare against the rest of the field because it's so tight, these hundreds. It's almost impossible to tell on screen unless there's a mistake. A little bit of a different line there through turn 5, taking all 3 lines all at the same time, starting in the pack dice, going to the mix, and then going to the blue on the outside of the corner and bringing it back in before coming back into turn 6 through 7 into the stadium section. He's just telling me he lagged out in the quali heat. Gotcha. So through the block stop, he's going to take a little bite out of it. No, it doesn't look like it. Pretty clean, though. A lot better than some of the other drivers we've seen. A better turn than Life Network, that's for sure. Through the old block stop into the Fountainhead we go. And Blip Dash looking pretty clean so far. We'll have to see what time he ends up completing, as Race Control will let us know what time he completes. But he seems to be the last person to qualify in the entire qualifying session.
And definitely a driver capable of taking pole.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it looks clean. It looks really clean. It's impossible to really tell, but we'll see what time he gets. It's going to be a 1:29.6, I think, from Blip Dash. Yes, it is a 1:29.6, so quite a bit off the pace compared to the fastest times, but it's going to put him second in this heat, right behind Lifen. And there you go. So a couple more drivers finishing. Is that it for qualifying? We'll get a notification from Race Control to let us know if that is the case. And Blip Dash not happy. He said that lap was awful.
Not very happy with that one.
No, we do. We're gonna have another session here, another group to go. And here is, I see BipQ and then Mr. GG, Tech Ad. El Saguna Papas is in this one. He's done a great job in his session so far. He's done great in other BCCs in the past as well. So here we go. Just a couple in this heat. Seems like this will be the last qualifying heat to go through their lap. One lap is all they get. And El Saguna Papas, Mr. GG, Round Potato, Sarcuse, all in this heat. There's a couple of drivers who started their lap on a different, at the same time, but not in this heat. So excuse the confusion between Lasaki and others, like, I can't really name all of them, but so please ignore Lasaki in this one. But El Saguna Papas and Sarcuse seemingly doing the best in this heat so far, with Particle behind by a couple of hundredths. Sarcuse pulling out ahead through turn 5 and 6. A little bit of a checkup there on the outside of 6. Seems to have nailed it pretty well through 7. El Saco Papa is catching up through the stadium section. Different line being taken for El Saco. Is it enough to catch up to Syracuse's time? Into the block stop. Going to take a little bit of mixed dice for El Saco to slow himself down. Absolutely nailed that section compared to Syracuse. Really read the exact line and outpaced Syracuse to the stadium. Really good job from El Saco to Papas, the Mexican driver, of course, if you couldn't figure out by his name. All right, into the last couple of turns here. And El Saco de Papas is on top as it stands. 2 turns to go. El Saco leading this pack. We'll see if he ends up getting a fast time here or not, as he's shaking off Syracuse through the last corner. Nailed it through there. This might be a really fast time from El Saco de Papas. It might be a sub 129 as he crossed the line, and it is going to be a 133. So actually not even close to a sub 129. Excuse the anticipation there. But a 130 is not that fast for El Saco. Syracuse behind, and then BipQ behind by another second. So a much slower heat on this one out, but I don't know how El Saco's feeling about that one. So unfortunate for him, not the fastest that he could probably do, but still 130.030 will put him a little bit higher up in the points. Right, well, that should be it for qualifying as we let the last couple of people finish their laps. And
yeah, it seems to me that the chicane and turns 3 and 4 are kind of where you gain the most amount of time, and if you can get it right, you're going to have a pretty good lap. As we see Demoniatic taking advantage of that.
Yeah, 3 and 4. Life Network did the same thing, exactly that. Just really nailing 3 and 4, getting a good lap. And what an excellent job from all these fast drivers. And if you're familiar with the boat racing world and you know the drivers' names, when you get this full leaderboard set up, you're gonna be absolutely astonished by how many fast names there are on the top steps. And it's just gonna go down and down and down. So many fast times, so many times sub 129 in the group. So I believe that is our last session. It is. And we'll get a standings update in just a second here, so we can see exactly who is on our top steps. There we go. Standings is finished, and hopefully we'll get it on our website here. If you haven't checked out our website, you can see the full standings live once they update after results, and I believe it has done just that. It doesn't show our points yet, but you can see there's our fastest drivers. JH Dash winning that one. Paper Yoshi in second. Hotspot third. Big Burb, Swishy, Kane, 30, Gilo, Oinked, Mafioso, and Purple Toki make your top 10 to the qualifying heat. And yeah, excellent job from all of those. And everybody behind them as well, of course, with Track at 11th, Lifein in 12th, 13th, Ivan the Miner. Great job from Ivan there. Omega Miz 14th, Joka 15th, and so on and so forth. There's too many names to really name and how big this heat is. And you can see there's Rubik there all the way down in 20th. And he won a group stage. So it makes you think how fast these guys are and how competitive this field is to get that qualifying session.
Yeah, actually a really good lap from Purple Toki. He didn't do too well in his qualifying session. I think it was the first session.
Yeah, Group 1. Group 1,
Group
he didn't
one.
do too hot.
But an amazing qualifying for the All-Star race. I think very much a dark horse pick is Purple Toki, and I hope he can continue this streak of podium in all of the BCC races.
Yeah, that's the big thing on his mind, and it's a very famous story that's been going around for BCC, is that every single year, Purple Toki has finished no less than 4th position. He's always been 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, but never 1st. The Russian driver has never been 1st in a BCC, despite seemingly getting so very close, especially in 2023, where he lost by 1 point to Lapis Lettuce. Can he turn that around? Can he break that streak on the good way by winning this event, or will he lose it by finishing less than 4th? It's going to be probably his toughest challenge yet, seemingly, with how competitive this qualifying has been so far for him.
Let's just take a moment to acknowledge the amount of representation and fan, representation for some of these drivers. We got a lot of people running around in Paper Yoshi skins of various colors, and a bunch of other people with Hutspot skins.
Yeah, we're
It's
looking at
awesome to see the enjoyment from the drivers as they cheer on their favorite driver and also compete against them.
Exactly. They're sitting in front of the World Cup sign. Of course, World Cup, IBR World Cup is Paper Yoshi's league that he's had for quite a while. I believe he's had 2 seasons of it so far. And yeah, so Paper Yoshi and his squad, it's very cute. I think it is a very cute thing. And these are all fast drivers too. There's Kane, of course, who won his group stage.
Yeah, JH Dash is in there too, wearing the purple Yoshi.
The purple Yoshi. Right. Well, I think the sprint race is loaded up. So much for the fun there as we get loaded up into our sprint race. Of course, the top 75% of the grid have been reversed. So that will put Van KH on the pole position. JMU in second. Nilo, Aopix, Made Weird, Z Someone, West 2 Million, Flame Frags, Sustamani, Mr. GG in the front of this pack. Surprised there to see him. There's Speed 8 and Shadow B, Brazil, Fazbest, Alpha Gamer, Captain Omelet, Big Storm, Beerly, AKM, Raspberry, and 6D40 in your top 20. And let's take a look at where our top drivers ended up as we creep up to the back of the grid. There's Shelljo, there's Killer, there's Aolt. Can we find our top driver all the way in the back here? And oh my gosh, there he is. There's JH Dash. He's starting P161 all the way close to the start. And how many drivers have we got in this one? 207 people in the sprint race is a massive field for the sprint race. And are you ready, Gold, for our 4 laps of racing? Oh.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what these guys can do, especially from those in the back. Hutspot, Big Bird, Swishy, Paper Yoshi, and JH Dash, all the way in the 160X spots.
So keep an eye on them as we start. It's a 3, 2, 1, and the sprint race for BCC 2026 is underway. Let's watch this top group into turn 1. It seems a little slow between all of them. Looks like there's going to be some sort of lag issue between the servers, but it is Gonna be chaos through turn 1. They're all just crashing into each other on turn 1. Can you spot any names that are going all the way around perfectly? I see Techno Gustav fighting his way through the inside, but it's wide open on the outside. There should be a couple of drivers who are probably wanting to go on the outside of this one as they all keep crashing into turn 1. As for the front, it's Mr. GG who's battling JMU, who's lagged. He got bumped, but Van K staying out in front from pole position, keeping pace together through the stadium section. It's really, really wide open to this front group here. And what's happening with their top drivers right now, Gold?
Well, JH Dash has made his way to P45 or so. 2-8 is right around nearby. And honestly,
there's Purple
can't see
Toki.
who else.
Look how great of a start Purple Toki is. He's in the top 30 right now, all the way through the stadium section as it stands. Kane's also in the mix as well. Great start for some of these drivers who've already had an amazing qualifying session. Yeah, there's Kane right there as well. Kane, 22nd or so right now. Really, really good stuff from Kane.
Here's some news. Rubik, Omega Miz, Demonatic, and Mafiosa haven't gained. They've actually lost. They're down in P140 or so. Battling it out still. Not a good start from any of those. Joke is also back here. He's even further behind. He's at 145? What? Can't tell. There's too many names.
So there you go. Seems like the best start goes to Kane on the sprint race as we enter lap 2. But just behind, keep an eye on Purple Toki. That is what he needs. He finished qualifying in 10th position. Oh, that's a scrape there from Kane into turn 2. Toki's gonna pass him. BibQ as well. Oh, he gets bumped on the way out though. Through 3 and 4. Look at all this passing Toki's doing. He's going all the way through, rising up the ladder right now. Purple Toki, excellent through 3 and 4, and he's made his way into 14th position, starting from way, way back in the grid after a lap and a half. Purple Toki, really, really good. Could this be his best BCC ever? So far, it's looking really, really good for the turtle there. Wow, and he's still pushing through this field.
Yeah, this guy, he hasn't been around the community too much lately, but he always shows up for BCC and is putting on a show. You can tell this guy put in the time, and almost silently. I haven't seen him around at all, so I wonder when he's getting online to do this. Very much kind of out of nowhere, Purple Toki doing extremely well for him.
Exactly. He's still going through the field. 13th as it stands. He's got a couple drivers ahead. Van K still in the top. Speed 8 and Mr. GG are in cahoots right now. They're dead even. Looks like they're in standem right now. Through turn 2, and there might be a bump here from Speed 8. Not quite. Almost ran into the back of Van K, and GG has to check up on him. Looks like he's out of tandem now as he goes through 3 and 4. Oh, a little bit too deep from GG. Who's behind him? Is that Jolly the Duck? It is. Jolly the Duck moving up into 4th position right now. Great start for Jolly. We saw him in our game show, in the pre-show. And he's currently battling to keep ahead of T-Bosh in 4th to 5th. Mr. GG getting past Speed 8, who's going wide through the stadium section. Bad lines for Speed 8 and puts GG into 2nd position. And where is Van K? There's Van K, just a couple of turns ahead. We're on lap 2 right now. You can see there's so many of these drivers who are on different laps, who are on lap 1 still, and are having issues with the drivers in the front of the pack. Van K, GG seem to have made it through pretty cleanly so far. And what happened? Let's take a quick look at New Kiddo. I'm sure a few of you guys are interested in where New Kiddo's at. Not a good start from New Kiddo, looks like. Not good at all. P155 for the YouTube star. Not a good start whatsoever. He's going to have to fight very hard to keep a good race pace throughout to the rest of the sprint. He's got 2 laps to do so. Jolly the Duck seems to have just gotten past GG. Must have been a mistake there from him to let Jolly through. And there goes Jolly into turn 2. Got a lot of drivers around him to navigate around.
A group stage win quali or pole gaming moment has made his way to P12. Excellent from him. Maybe we can see him take some points away and make his way through the grid.
And there's a mistake there from Van K through 3 and 4. That puts Jolly and Gigi in direct battle for the lead of the sprint race. They're on the last lap here between the two of them. Who can win the sprint between Mr. Gigi and Jolly through the stadium section? Looks like faster lines there from Gigi, but can he hold on, not bump into any of the drivers? And both of these are just going probably ballistic, realizing that they could steal away a win for the sprint race through the old block stop. John Enoch is in their way. Hopefully he gets dispatched sooner rather than later for both of them. And it's a matter, can you keep pace? Can you be faster than your rival, but also not risk getting bumped at all? Because that will ruin it for you completely. Jolly Duck has a little bit of an advantage here through the last 2 turns. This might go his way. Careful for Gigi. He's got a couple drivers he has to pass around before he can get back into tandem with Jolly. Will Jolly survive one more turn? That's all he needs to win this sprint race and hold even points, but he scrapes. He doesn't scrape. He goes a little bit wide. Is that going to be enough for Gigi? No, I don't think so. As Jolly the Duck looks like he's going to win the sprint. Yes, he does. Just by a 1/10 of a second. Jolly the Duck winning the sprint race. Gigi in second. T-Bosh. Then Jigsaw Rush. Then Speed 8 and Toki finishing 7th in that race. 64 in 8th. Gaming 1 in 9th. 10th goes to 2818, Legend Dish. Behind him, JMU, Hill, TechEd. JMU actually did not finish yet. He's now in 14th, seems like. Dropped down there. Captain Omelet in 15th as well. What an amazing race, sprint race that was for a couple of drivers.
Your pole position, JH Dash, had a horrible last lap. Just got bumped left, right, and center. I think he lost probably 30 seconds just on the tunnel straight. Pulled his way back towards the end and got himself P40 or so.
Oof. That is rough.
A rough one for JH Dash.
That is really rough for JH. Absolutely. You're right in that.
And you got to say, this opens the door up very nicely for Purple Toki.
It does. And other drivers who are in our top group here. I mean, who else do we have in our top group that could be paying attention to? 2-8, I don't think had that great of a qualifying. No, he didn't. Gaming Moment, of course. He finished 8th behind Toki, but he is all the way down in 18th in our qualifying. I think this might bring Toki to the top. We'll see in just a minute.
Right. This is only the sprint, so the sprint is, what, 50%
yes.
value?
You only earn half points in the sprint race compared to the feature race.
So Purple Toki's qualified P10. He's got a ways to make up, but I think the math favors him, especially going into the main race where Purple Toki, the other creature.
The other turtle that starts with a P and ends in an I.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to start P7, so that means he's got not a whole lot to work through on the opening couple laps compared to drivers like JH Dash or Hutspot, who are further down the order and still got to make their way through on the opening laps.
There you go. Very, very close racing between the top groups still, though. I mean, you can see 500 separating Jolly Duck and Mr. Gigi for the win of the sprint race. That'll give them a whole lot amount of points. Well, I don't think either of them will be challenging for an event lead. I could be wrong on that one. As they're not, neither of them are in our top 20 from qualifying, but it could earn them a whole bunch of points. And of course, points equal bragging rights and overall championship standings. And man, a lot of these drivers have worked so hard the past month, past week, or past weekend to get to where they are right now. And some of them are just showing up in the biggest moments. And of course, Purple Toki being, I think the best race goes to Purple Toki in the sprint, starting quite a ways back in 160 something and bringing it all the way up into 7th by the end of it is monstrous from the Russian.
Yeah, Hutspot is P30. I just lost it. Hutspot and Paper Yoshi are kind of the notes there. P48 for Hutspot, and Paper Yoshi, I believe, is further behind. 32 Gilo also back in the back, 57th for him. But yeah, incredible stuff from drivers like Purple Toki and Gaming Moment. Actually, I want a big shout out to Jigsaw Rush. this guy, he didn't actually qualify. He didn't make the top 75 in his group stage, but has managed to get himself a walk-on slot. And this guy, I know I like to talk about him because he did the 12 hours of Le Mans by himself and did pretty well. He wasn't the quickest, but he managed to do the whole 12 hours. And to see him in P4 for the sprint race is pretty incredible. To see that this guy's no slouch and can pull his pace together for a race like BCC, which is wildly different than 12 hours of Le Mans.
I mean, Taxis has still got one more lap to go. He was hanging out by the start line, and I don't know what he thought of, but he went and did another lap. He has to go do another one. Rocco Speedrun saying, where's the server located? It is in, I think, Virginia, United States. So on the eastern side, if you're wondering about your ping.
And of course, hosted in the Blue City Circuit.
Well, the track is the Blue City Circuit, absolutely. If you recognize the buildings, and I know where you're from, this is, of course, buildings from inspired by the Seattle skyline. There, if you have noticed any of the landmarks of the city, that is why. Right. Well, the sprint race is done and wrapped. Let's see if we can get our points update in just a second. Here, I will let you know the moment that gets updated in terms of points to see who is currently leading into the feature race. There we go. There we go. And guess who's on top? It's Purple Toki. He is currently leading going into the feature race by a whole 20 points.
Wow.
Is this it? Is this his moment? Is this his year? Purple Toki is in the best position he's ever been to win a BCC. It's in his hands. The last moment he's gotten this close was in 2023. And the only problem he had was he didn't have the most amount of points going into the feature race. He had less points than Lapis. He won the feature race that year, but it wasn't enough points to beat Lapis. And I think Lapis got second or third that race and was enough to pass Toki by 1 point in the overall standings. This time, it's different. Toki is up 10 points compared to Gimme Moment, Big Burb, Kane, JH, Ivan the Miner, they're in 6th, 2818, Hutspot, Oinked, and 30 Geo in your top 10. It's all looking up for Purple Toki. Wow.
Yeah, definitely a dark horse pick, but the dark horse is coming true perhaps today. And our top picks, Hutspot, Gilo, Paper Yoshi, Oinked, and 2-8. Great qualifying, but a poor sprint race is going to put them a little further down the order, and they got to work hard to earn that spot back.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't have a good sprint race, it's going to set you up hard in the overall standings, as well as your starting position for the feature race. And that's another advantage Toki has, and the few who finished the feature race well, is that they're starting in the first couple rows. Some of them who had a great qualifying but couldn't convert, like JH Dash, are going to be starting in the similar position where they started the sprint race in. And it did not go well for them for the sprint, and so they'll have to double down a little bit for the feature race to bring it back. And it's going to be very, very difficult for those drivers to bring it all the way up to the front. I mean, they got 25 laps to do so. The feature race is 25 laps, 3 pit stops, excuse me, different from the group stages by a couple of laps. So 25 laps, 3 pit stops to do. They're required during the race. You have to do them before the last lap. And you just go through the pit lane, complete a little mini game, and you will get away with a full pit stop. It's about 16 seconds is the delta. It takes that long to do it. And that can be advantageous if you're looking at who you are going to pass when you go into the pits.
Here's the interesting one. Purple Toki is lined up P7. Gaming Moment P8 is going to be right behind him. And they are separated by 20 points on the standings. So Purple Toki has got to secure himself well ahead, or not well ahead, at least close to Gaming Moment to take it home, assuming they're high up on the standings.
Yeah, exactly. I think all Toki has to do, no matter who anybody else is at least get a top 5, is my guess, in the feature race. And he's starting in 7th, which is really, really good for the turtle. So
he's got not a whole lot of experienced drivers ahead of him. Jolly the Duck and Mr. GG are ones to watch out for the battle against Purple Toki, but everybody ahead of him, I don't think as a threat to Purple Toki as much as the ones just behind him, like Game Moment or 2-8.
exactly. Yeah, it's 20 points separating Purple Toki and Game Moment. It's another 10 points, so 30 total points to Big Bird behind. So those are the three. I'd say the 2 drivers he has to worry about. Maybe 3 if you consider Kane as well, who's another 3 points behind Big Bird, 23 total points. Those are the couple of drivers he has to worry about most. And maybe let's throw in JH in the mix as well, but he's very far back. So that's who Toki's gonna be paying attention to. Give Me Moment, Big Bird, Kane, JH are all the ones that could pull away a win here today with a good feature race as we get loaded in about 20 seconds time for the feature race. Put it in chat. We got to know, who do you think is going to win this one? It's looking real likely for the turtle, but it could be anyone's game, as we saw during group stage 2. TDG going to win that one, but turn it around after he spammed too many messages, disconnected himself on the last straight.
You'll never live that one down, TDG.
Absolutely not.
That will be talked about for years.
Well, it is now loaded for the feature race. We have 207 people. Unfortunately, it is not going to be a world record, but the event is still plenty and plenty of people who will participate in the event. So with 207 total people in this race, we go all the way to the front of the grid. Look at all these names we're running through. So many to see, so many stories. But Jolly the Duck will start on pole position. In second, Mr. GG T-Bosh. Jigsaw Rush in that 4th spot. Did you say that that's the best spot to be in for Jigsaw, is that 4th spot on the outside? Van K behind in that 2nd row. Speed Aim, and there's Purple Toki in 7th position. Game Moment in 8th. 6D behind, 2-8, Legendish, Hill, TechAd, JMU, Captain Omelet, Raxo Speedruns, Vitor, Segi, Alternative Fool, and Soda Cup is in your top 20 drivers. So many behind the grid here, behind those 20. And look at, we're just going all the way back, keep going, all the way there. 208 total drivers. And here we go. It's a 5, a 4, 3, 2, 1. It's lights out and foots to the floor for BCC 2026. Let's keep an eye on this front group as they go through turn 1. Jolly Duck clean off the start. Purple Toki pushing through the field. Great start from him. No bumps. Battling for the lead. And we are going to have some lag issues off the start. Drivers are disappearing on my screen. They're not disappearing on theirs, but it's going to be problems for other drivers pushing through the field. Maybe drivers will be disappearing on screen for some. Let's go back to the front if we can, as Purple Toki has taken the lead of this race. Give Me a Moment expectedly alongside him for the start of this first lap. What's happening behind this top group right now, Gold?
Hutspot has made his way up through the field. So has Sweats Clan. They're currently battling for P17, still making up positions. Great starts from those guys. And JH Dash not too far behind, a couple seconds behind those two. P26 or so, battling against Oinked.
There you go. So there's what's happening in the back there currently right now. Toki trying to keep ahead of Game Moment. Pushing him out of tandem will be really, really beneficial for Purple Toki as he is on pace to take this event home for the first time in 5 years. Purple Toki gotten so many times so very close. And we'll see what happens in this first lap. There are pit stops available. This top group isn't really expected to, except for Jolly the Duck. He's going to pit. He started pole, coming in from 6th position into the pits. We'll see what he can do. Let's take a look at JH Dash, also going into the pits, a couple of positions behind. He had a great start, it seems like. Laser Sloth also. There's 2818. He's
Look at all the experience that is going in. Techno Gustav, Laser Sloth, Big Burp, and JH Dash, all further down the order, but going in for lap 1 pits.
Yeah, that's wise by them, I think. We'll see where they end up. Look at all, yeah, there's Satumni in there. There's West, Captain Bunny. Rubik, of course, he won his group stage. Voigt. Let's take a look at the top. And I think Purple Toki has managed to bring enough of a gap to push Game One out of tandem. And actually, it's going to be Jigsaw Rush is now behind. Game must have had a a lag or some sort of crash into somebody. There he is, a couple of positions behind. Gaming Moment is now into 5th position, battling against Segi right now. Big bump there for Gaming Moment to lose the battle with the lead, and his current rival in the event. If Gaming Moment wants to win this BCC, he has to win. He has to pass Purple Toki and be ahead of him by a couple positions. If you're first and second, that does not matter to Gaming Moment. He has to let himself win and Purple Toki get probably about 5th or below is the estimation. But right now, yeah,
and with
Toki's starting to
the
gap
results
these
of
guys.
how Gaming Moment and Big Burb are doing, I think he's going to be okay as long as he gets top 10, perhaps. But you never know. There's still 20 laps to go.
Mr. GG going to the pits pretty early on. 9th position is going in. GG from that front row will be going to the pits. Seki behind. He had that bump on the last straight. Will be thinking about his errors as he dives into the pit lane, as more drivers will pass him. There's Ozone coming through on lap 3. And we keep moving through. Yeah, Mr. GG and Segi hitting from the front spots. There's Hutspot. Great start for him this past couple of laps in P7 as it stands. He is currently in P8 in the overall standings in the event. This will give him a huge boost to the numbers. Might get a podium here in terms of points compared to the other drivers who are higher up in our points, but are not in the front of the pack as it stands. Of course, they got 20 laps to do it, 25 laps to do it, to bring it back. And he is battling with like 4 other drivers, all stuck behind Gaming Moment right now. Take a look at that. Purple Toki extending his lead. 5 seconds now is the gap.
Incredible work from Purple Toki. It hasn't been the quickest of laps, this one. He's had to avoid a lot of drivers, but it's not really what he needs right now as a quick lap. He needs a consistent race. And I think he's doing a very excellent job of managing that. No bumps so far this lap, despite its slower pace.
There we go. So through lap 3 into 4 for Toki. Yeah, you're right. A slower lap for the Turtle, as we see a bunch of drivers exiting the pit stops on their second pits already. There's Osaka to Pappas track also in the mix, doing 2 pit stops in the opening 3 laps. So they might burn all their pits early on. Look at this mess that these guys have found themselves in. There's so many drivers in this portion of the track, and they seem to have gotten through it pretty cleanly. And this track, I think he's keeping an eye on Purple Toki just ahead of him. He's probably thinking, well, maybe if I put in the pace, I'm a lap down, but 2 pits down. If I put in the pace and gain about 20 seconds of Purple Toki throughout the rest of this race, I could pass him and take the feature race win. So
yeah, Purple Toki is a very solid driver and won't make a lot of mistakes. But you gotta, if you're anybody but Toki, you gotta hope for a mistake to come out. At least a couple, probably, for that matter.
A couple, not just one,
to make up the time and points.
Yeah, as we said, Toki's been battling for 5 years now, trying to win BCC. He's gotten close so many times every single year, at least getting top 4, but has yet to ever win. He's the only driver to participate and get a podium in every single race of BCC. This year, he's looking at to win it all for the first time ever. That is his goal. That is his goal for 5 years now. It's looking real promising. All right, behind him.
Go. I'm a fan. I'm rooting for Purple Toki as much as anybody else.
So here's Gaming Moment right now, trying to recover his bump, but he doesn't get it. He's in a mess of drivers to turn 2, a double bump, a chain bump, if you will, into 2. And look at all these drivers. I think he might want to be pitting here. There's so many drivers around him. Gonna have to fight around them. Make sure he cleans the turn 3 and 4 is a good spot. A lot of these drivers have been overtaking 5 as well. So if you're gonna pass the drivers, this is the spot to do it. And even for BCC standards, this is a lot of drivers around. Gaming Moment, as he goes through the stadium section right now, and you can see a huge heap of time has been lost for Gaming Moment. Down to 7th now for him. As he's, you know who's catching up to him right now? I think it's Ivan the Miner. And Ivan the Miner he's probably one of the most hype guys you could ever meet in boat racing. He's still pretty green to the community, and he has been quite fast in the past couple of months and really stepped up his game ever since he started his journey, I think about a year ago for Double Down. And he's doing an excellent job. He's doing a really good job. Currently sitting in 6th in the points and in 8th in the race. I mean, he'll be very, very excited if he can hold this pace. Uh-oh, here's a pit stop. Purple Toki and Gaming Moment all in the pits. And oh my gosh, you can see why these drivers are in the pits. Look at all of this. Look at how many drivers there are in the pit stops right now. And Toki Mopeki is one of them. Joke is also in this group. So an early pit stop for the leader of the race. And that's a fast one. 2.6 seconds for Toki. Gaming Moment behind. I don't think he's completed his yet. There he goes now.
Big Burb is now on the front straight.
3.7.
With one pit done.
So where does Toki end up? He ends up with a whole lot of drivers still ahead of him through turn 2. And into 12th position is where he goes. He's still leading, of course, against the one pitters. So pretty okay on that front. As he's got Mopeki and Oinked ahead of him. Oinked not even on a pit stop yet. As Toki starts to chase him down.
A mistake from Game Moment through the chicane lets Big Burb through. Of course, Big Burb is another one of those challengers for the overall standings. Big Burb is in 3rd for the standings and has just passed his rival in 2nd, Gaming Moment.
Yeah, exactly. He's 10 points behind Gaming Moment in the standings, or a little bit more. I think it's 8 points behind. 8 points behind Gaming Moment, which could be a couple of positions depending on where they finish, but it could be a couple of positions that he needs to be ahead of Gaming Moment if he wants to take Game Moment spot on the standings. And look at all these drivers they're just trying to fight through. This is the BCC experience. So many drivers on track, so many bodies to get around and not run in the back of, which is exactly what these guys are expected to do to win these races every single time. The more drivers going to the pits. I see Ozone in there. I see Oinked. Jolly Duck is stuck on the side of the track. I'm not sure what he's got going on, but he doesn't look like he will be continuing. 2818 though is currently leading right now with no pit stops. He's getting ahead of Jigsaw Rush. He's right behind New Kiddo, who I believe is on 2 pit stops. He's down in P92. Tough spot for New Kiddo as he's battling with Satomini. He's already on 3 pit stops and battling for that 90th spot with 2-8 behind by a couple of spots.
Well, Kane is currently P50. He's done his 2 pit stops already, and he's running along pretty smooth. It's not a couple bumps here and there, but it's to be expected. It's actually in a grouping of a bunch of other Yoshi skins around him. So battling against brother in his Kane, but he's got the better of him.
Kane, Life Network, right next to each other. Ani Kaiser behind them. We haven't mentioned his name. He could be pretty fast around these parts too. He's on 2 pits in P41 right now. Koa also in the mix of this group, although he is a pit down on these guys in 38th, 1 pit stop. Through the stadium section, and 2-8 is starting to gap. Hudspot is the one in 2nd as it stands, and I think actually 2-8 is going to go into the pit stop from the lead. Let's see what he does as he gets around New Kiddo during the pit stop, almost passing him through the pits. A slower one for New Kiddo, 4 seconds as 2-8 going into 2.7. So there he comes out into the position, and there I think he just got past Purple Toki. He did. He's ahead of Toki. What happened to Toki during those last couple of laps to put 2-8 in the front? He gets bumped to the turn 2. Toki does the same thing, and suddenly different pit strategies emerge, and different positions will result for 2-8 to take the net lead of this race, as he sits 5th right now with 1 pit stop in hand, a couple of positions, now only 1 position ahead of Purple Toki, and there he is through turn 5. Uh-oh, news for the turtle. Wake up! It's not that easy, Toki. It's not that easy. As he tries to chase another bump in 7. This one's a big one for Toki. Huge bump. And he's
Reminder
got
that winning the feature race isn't everything. It's definitely important and very cool to do so. But what's more important is your championship standings, and that's, I think, what Purple Toki's playing for. Going slow. It's okay if he gets passed by Hutspot or 2-8, or even Game Mode. He just got to stick it on the podium. That's all he needs.
perhaps so, but you can never slow down if you're this fast. You can never tell a fast driver to slow down, straight up, especially in racing. And as Toki is going to challenge back sooner or later, he is quite a few seconds down. He's now 4 seconds down on 2-8, who's going to enter his second pit, it looks like, 2-8. So he's going to show he's in the lead and get out of the way. Where did he go? 2-8. There he is. The current leader. We'll see what his pit stop. He's going to get stuck behind Cactus, who stopped unexpectedly in the pit lane. Wasn't ready for that one, 2-8. And he's going to be stuck behind Andrew Bork, who might bump him through the pit stop. As he goes through, looks pretty clean from the both of them. Cactus 2.5, 2-8, 3.4, a slow stop for 2-8. All things considered, as Cactus gets ahead of him. Those two guys around the field here, he gets bumped. He's still on 0 pits, actually, TDG.
He'll be well clear of the other 2-pitter, Kane, who's just now crossing the start-finish straight.
There you go. Yeah, 2-8, well ahead of the rest in his strategy there. As you said, yeah, Kane, a couple of seconds behind.
Major mistake from Hutspot. I expect him to go to the pit lane now, but I think he'll still be behind Purple Toki and 2-8 in them.
Yeah, he's staying out for
he
this
stays
lap.
in. Or stays out, yeah.
He stays out for another lap. The current leader of the race, Hutspot, he's won this one before. He's won this event before in 2024, as we've said. He's currently P8 in our points, and it'll be a lot of work and a lot of help for Hutspot to... Where did he go? There he is. A lot of work and a lot of help from other drivers for Hutspot to...
Purple Toki's going to dive in the pit lane. Sorry to cut you off, but he actually got a lot of people in front of him in the pit lane.
Yeah, he's already done this once. Last time he pit, it was also a huge lot of drivers in the pits around him. He's doing it again this time. So, I'm curious to see what his strategy is, as it's very interesting how he keeps pitting with so many drivers right next to him. As he's going in, we'll see how he compares to 2-8-1-8. If he can get a faster pit stop than him, that will be ideal. As he goes in, it is going to be a 3.8, about the same lap time, or about the same pit stop time as 2-8. There's Big Bird behind. Big Bird also in the same strategy as Toki, and not too far behind as he comes out of the pit lane. Where is 2-8 in this?
He's already in turn 3.
So, still a ways back for Toki. He's got to try and chase down 2-8-1-8, but Big Bird is on his tail too. Oh my gosh, it's madness through turns 3 and 4. Look at all this chaos. How can you not bump in here? As Toki taking the safe line out of it. Make sure he doesn't get bumped, but loses quite a bit of time in doing so. And
Jake Dash is actually steaming through the field right now. Made his way, can't quite see, up to P22. He's already got 3 pit stops done, I believe.
There you go. Jigsaw Rush and
He's only on
Hutspot
2.
both going to go into the pits from the lead of this race. Let's say Jigsaw's ahead by somehow, and that appears to be the case. Jigsaw has passed Hutspot. Must have been a bump or something that caused the pig to crash. But fast stop there from the both of them for Hutspot. 2.4 seconds as he comes out after his first pit stop. Is he ahead of Gaming Moment? It looks like he is.
Gaming Moment is already through.
Yeah, we are having issues with the timing system. It still says they're in pit for some odd reason. There we go. We have an update. He is ahead of Gaming Moment right now by 2 seconds. Jigsaw Rush is ahead of Hutspot by 1 second. So those are your 1 pit leaders. The 0 pit leader is Lucy Gold, who's 17 seconds ahead of Jigsaw Rush. And the 2 pit lead is 2818. With Toki, he's back down to 14th. There's a huge lot of drivers in the standings between 2818 and Purple Toki, so that it's going to be a little bit harder for Toki to reclaim that 2-8 spot that he took early on in this race. As 2-8's been nailing these corners. He's been nailing the overtaking. Toki, maybe not as much, had more errors since we've last checked in on him. Look at all these drivers between Toki and 2-8.
Yeah, Hutspot getting a boat tap off of Mafiosa going into the last two corners. And Mafiosa actually spills it on the last corner. There we go. Hutspot had some fancy moves.
Fancy moves for the Polish. Or excuse me, for the pig, the Dutchman Hutspot. Yeah, so Toki right now, 12th position, quite a ways back. He's got both of his pit stops done, but he has to keep in mind, he's going to go in for his third, actually. And this time, looks like it's going to be less drivers around him. He just can't seem to find good air, can he? Toki's been using his pit stops to try and get away from the slow drivers who are causing him issues, but he keeps running to the back of these guys, burning pit stops to do it. And it's going to be, he's switching lanes because this Gur H is lagging and going off the track. Good choice there from Toki. You can see how much time he gained on Gur if he that he switched lanes in the pit lane. So here he goes through the pit stop. His last time through the pits, and he pretty fast, 2.4 seconds for the Turtle. As he comes out after 3 pit stops, where does he end up in our points, in our standings, our results? It looks like it's going to be 15th for Purple Toki. It's only up for here for Toki, which is really good news for him. Knowing that he will at least finish 15th, or we expect him to at least finish 15th. Actually, no, it is going to get up to 17th.
Is actually going to get. Sorry to cut you off, but Game Moment is actually going to get ahead of Hutspot, a bump into one of the straights on the back end.
And Hutspot's going to go for
Hutspot will dive into pits, but Game Moment's caught up to Hutspot.
There you go. Okay. There he is. So Game Moment into third with 1 pit stop. Hutspot in the pits will get out of this race. Big bump there on the straight for Gaming Moment. Huge bump. That's gonna lose a whole lot of time. And there goes Jigsaw Rush, actually getting past Gaming Moment. There he goes. So the new 1 pit leader is Jigsaw Rush of all people. Great race for him so far. As he is passing Mafiosa right now, or at least trying to.
Hutspot will come out and actually get major bumped, but 2-8 will get by him. Bumped again, Hutspot.
If 2-8 gets past Hutspot, but Toki does not, that does equate another position between the two. And could be news for Gaming Moment, who's on a different strategy. Oh, big bump there from Hutspot. That could equate another position for Gaming Moment if he wants it. Wants that win. That's good news for Gaming Moment. If you're the one coming from behind, if you have less points than the championship leader and you're battling for the lead of the race, you want more people involved in your battle. So that way you can have drivers in between you and your rival. So you can earn more points than your rival. Because if you go first and second, it's going to be your rival who wins. But if you go first and fifth, it's a different story. So you want drivers to be involved. You want more. And that's exactly what Gaming Moment wants for Hutspot and 2-8 right now, as Toki is in a different pit strategy right now. We don't really know exactly where he'll end up, but we're expecting Hutspot to right now be net ahead through pit stops. Lucy Gold from our lead is finally going to the pits as he goes through. He's exiting now. He had a 3.2 second pit stop. He exits out into, we'll wait for a second to catch up in our scoreboard here. But looks like it's going to be a P2 perhaps for Lucy Gold. Yes, it is.
Well, Blue, we're halfway through this race. How do you feel our chances are going into the last half of the race?
I think this is still Purple Toki's to lose. I think he's had some errors. He's not. Hutspot's going into the pits again. Ooh, a little micro block stop for Toki. Cheeky one there on the last corner. Hutspot, we'll hold that for a second because Hutspot just completed his pit stop and Toki looks like is going to get ahead. No, I don't think he's ahead of Hutspot. Yes, Hutspot is a little bit ahead by a couple of seconds, which is a gap.
Huge, major bump on the straight there for Purple Toki going into turn 1. We'll probably lose a couple seconds, but not too major.
Remember, these points compared to the group stages are a lot broader than they are for the group stages. 10 points or 20 points between Toki and Gaming Moment. So really the only ones Toki has to worry about are Gaming Moment, Big Burb, Kane, and JH Dash. Those are the 4 he's worried about most. And out of the 4 of them, I don't think anyone except Big Burb and Gaming Moment have a chance to pull ahead. And even then, that's 20 points difference. So as long as Toki gets, I think we're thinking a top 5 here, he should be okay.
Is Gaming Moment online?
He's typing in our stream chat. No, he's
I
not.
think he's been kicked.
I think he says BCC's 2 and says for my internet, it fully died. His internet has crashed out, and Gaming Moment will not finish the feature race. That is horrible news. Absolutely horrible news for Gaming Moment. And oh, big bump there from Purple Toki. Going through the second half of this track.
Now, unfortunately, but Purple Toki now only has to worry about Big Burb.
And Kane, Kane is already, he's actually right next to Toki. He's 3 seconds ahead of Toki with 1 pit stop in hand. So Toki sooner or later will probably pass Kane, and he won't be a problem anymore. There's Kane in black, the black Yoshi skin ahead with Toki behind. And yeah, I think the only one he has to really worry about now is Big Burb, who's 30 points behind.
Yeah. Let's see, where is Big Burb? He's currently P17 with 3 pit stops.
So
not too bad.
He's not too far behind Toki. You're right.
But again, he has to pass Toki and then a lot. I think if Big Burb wants a good shot at this, he's pretty much just got to win this one.
Yeah, I think at this point, Big Burb has to win. Expect Toki to get like 10th or something, which is a very, very tough challenge, and he's going to have to ask for a lot of help from the back markers to let that happen. He's going to have the second race of his lifetime for this one. But Big Burb looking pretty good for second right now, as we have 10 laps to go. A bunch of drivers in the pits. Leading them is Ivan the Miner, and he's got clean air actually in the pit stop. Unlike what Toki's experiencing in his pit stop, he's probably looking at this pit stop and be like, how you have nobody else in the pit lane with you? But clean stop there, 2.4 seconds for Ivan, and he's going to come out. He's currently in 5th. He will come out. We'll see where he ends up when we get a lap update. Looks like it is going to be 5th or so for Ivan the Miner. And he's got a good shot at this race too. He's don't count Ivan the Miner out of this race. Although he is having issues 3 and 4, a couple of bumps. Because yeah, there we go. Okay, so he is out. He's actually dropped down to 10th. He's right next to. It says he's right next to Purple Toki, but I don't see Toki anywhere. Where's Toki? I don't know what our score was. There it goes. It's updating 3 seconds down, Toki. So,
actually, Purple Toki and Blip Dash are in a fight right now.
There's so many drivers to keep track of. There's so many of these guys. It's very difficult to keep track of all the ones on wildly different pit strategies between all of them. You can look at our scoreboard. You can see a bunch of them on 2, bunch of them on 1, bunch of them on 3, and some even on 0 pit stops still in our top 15. There's quite a lot of different strategies in. There's Hutspot there with Toki. Toki releasing, make sure he makes the corner without bumping into somebody. And yeah, he could challenge Hutspot for a position here, but there's so many drivers between them. Look at all this. Look at all this chaos.
Pass like 6 or 7 drivers just to get to Hutspot.
We got more going to the pits. Builder Matty, Kane, and 32 Gilo clearing up their pit stops on lap 17. Not going to affect Toki too much as he jumps up the order into 7th now. For Toki, he's only a couple of seconds behind Hutspot. The pig is exiting turn 3, or going into turn 3, as Toki just leaving turn 2. Through the chicane, getting a little bit of bump. I'm not sure if it's a bump or an overcorrection to avoid the bump, but whatever it was. Slowing down the turtle through 4. And he's losing a bit of time to Hutspot, isn't he? as it stands right now. Can't keep up with so many drivers between them.
Yeah, Toki actually getting a couple bumps there going into the baseball section.
So that's that. Looking pretty good on this one. 2-8, though, is currently expected to win the feature race as it stands. Of course, he's down in P7 in the point standings right now. But he's sitting P3 with 3 pit stops in hand. He's got TDG ahead of him by a couple seconds, but he's got all 3 pits to do. Jigsaw Rush a couple more seconds ahead. He's got 1 pit to do. He's the only one he should be worried about is Jigsaw Rush. And Hutspot behind, and even Toki behind him. So those are the 3 we're expected to fight for this feature race win. Right now,
Hey, don't forget about Jigsaw Rush.
That's right.
He doesn't have a whole lot of. He's pretty green, but
That's what
he's
I
not,
said. Oh,
not
you're
too
right. Yeah,
far
no.
off.
Jigsaw Rush, 2818, Hutspot, and Toki are probably the 4 you can expect to win this race from here on out as he gets past a bunch of drivers in P190, 141. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. While 28 goes through his 18th lap here, we'd like to give a huge shout out to our race control, who has helped, this is mostly Just Bro, who helped design the racing experience here, the websites, the point system, the scoreboards, and of course, the event structure. Big thank you to Race Control for doing that for all 5 BCC events this weekend, as well as our partner communities who BCC couldn't happen without, as they have helped introduce boat racing in BCC to a wide amount of drivers all across the world and the Minecraft gaming group, I guess you could say, community. So we can't thank them enough for helping us bring so many people together for BCC. Right, so 2-8 will keep going through turn 1 on lap 19 of 25, so we're getting pretty close to the end of this race. It would be the last 2 laps if we were in a group stage, but we got a couple more in this all-star race for Jigsaw Rush, 2818, Hutspot, and Toki, and I think they're having Bolt Potato in the mix of that one, who's on a completely different pitch strategy, but is still probably causing annoyances for the pig there, as he gets ahead of Hutspot by a couple of hundredths. And actually, I don't even see Hutspot
Especially
anymore.
a driver of that caliber. Bolt Potato is not a slow driver. He was one of my picks for the group stage races, and unfortunate for him that he's not doing too well this race, but he's going to hold up the drivers behind like Hutspot and Toki, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. As there's, oh my gosh, there's so much cast. Hutspot getting a little bit of a bump there in the stadium section. Right, so let's check in on our 4 group stage winners. First off, Shell Joe. Let's see what he has been up to after winning his group stage. Shell Joe is in P11. Really good stuff for him. P11 right now with 3 pit stops. Most drivers have done 3 pits in our top 15. P11 for Shell Joe after winning group stage 1. Could earn a good amount of points out of this one, as this feature race won't be winning the all-star race. We don't expect it to, but still good racing from him. Right ahead of him though is Kane, the winner of group stage 2. And there might be some bumping here. Not quite for Kane, but he won group stage 2. He is just ahead in 8th right now compared to Shell Joe. There's a lot of these drivers actually. I'll go for a wall depth there. A lot of these drivers all in 3 pits, all right next to each other. I believe Ivan the Miner's in this mix. Is Dark Robo is in that mix as well. Lucy Gold in the mix right behind. So a huge collection of drivers all on 3 pits, all right next to each other. Some of them have won all-star, have won group stages. Some of them have not. As, oh my gosh, it's just absolute chaos for these group of people. That Kane right now leading this pack, it seems. Ivan the Miner now as well. 2 of them side by side. This is the battle for, looks like 7th position as it stands. They're quite a ways off. Purple Toki by 15 seconds, but still between the two of them, 3 of them now with Dark Robo entering the mix for this tandem battle. And we will see what they can do. Ooh, going wide there, a couple back markers, but keeping Kane ahead, looks like, through the stadium section. Dark Robo trying to hold on. Ivan the Miner has already been dispatched right now out of tandem, and looks like it's going to be the same happening to Dark Robo for this one. So a big collection of drivers. Jigsaw Rush is behind, saying, holy smokes. As he leads his race, as TG goes to the pits finally on lap 21. Our other winners, Joka, right now, is all the way back in P51. Yeah, that sprint race was not kind to him, and it shows it through the feature race as well for the Brazilian. He's quite a bit off the pace, Joka, and it's going to be quite a challenge for him to gain too many more points out of this one. As we're wrapping down our lap times, or excuse me, our lap count. Jigsaw is currently leading with lap 21. So there's Joka in P50 now. And our last one, our last winner is Rubik from Group Stage 4. He's in P16 right now. I think he wants to catch up to that group of drivers who are all battling. And in fact, there's a few of them right here. There's Lisakali, or I think he's on a different strategy actually. Big Burb is in this group. Builder Maddie, Ani Kaisar, and then Rubik behind them. So a little bit of a group here to fight, and it's so hard to keep track of all these drivers. Lucy Gold right ahead. Shelljo a couple of seconds ahead as well. There's Shelljo. Huge group of people. Big Burb. There he is. Lucy Gold, Ani Kaiser in a battle. Rubik following behind. Jigsaw Rush is going into the pits for his last time. Let's see where Jigsaw Rush ends up as he comes in for his last pit stop of the race. And that
Yeah, it
will
looks
put
like 2-8's going to get by, but Purple Toki's going to get close, I think. I think Toki will get ahead.
We'll see. Yep, there's Purple Toki right there coming across the start-finish line way ahead of Jigsaw Rush. So he'll move into second, where is he? Into third, I think. We have Bolt Potato in the middle. Oh, big bump there from Purple Toki to turn 2. We have Bolt Potato in between, but don't worry about him. He's on 0 pits. He will eventually go in and lose all that time and will not be battling for the lead. But on lap 22, right now, 2-8 ahead. Hutspot only a couple of hundredths behind, it says on our scoreboard here. And there's 2-8. Where is Hutspot? He must have gotten bumped at some point. There he is. He got bumped again going into it. Maybe a little bit of a problem for him. But plenty of space between him and Purple Toki. It's about 7 seconds right now. So quite a ways ahead.
Yeah, Hutspot actually is running a very smooth and comfortable race behind 2-8, but it's actually looking really, really well done from our
Dutchman.
Soldier Pig. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hutspot crossing around. I'm going to go into lap 22. So 3, 2, go. For these drivers, looking real good for Purple Toki. He's currently sitting 4th. He'll get past TDG sooner or later, as TDG should be entering the pits at the end of this lap. And yes, he does. So Purple Toki into a podium spot of the feature race, which is enough for him to win the entire thing, the entire year.
You know, Purple Toki is actually might get past Hutspot here. Hutspot had a major bump on turn 2, and now Toki's only a couple seconds behind.
And there's Toki, Hutspot. Let's see if we can catch him on screen. There he is, exiting turn 5 right now. There's Hutspot. And just a couple of seconds behind. There's Toki for P2. Jigsaw Rush isn't too far behind either. There he is. Actually, no back markers separating the two of them. So let's watch how the two of them can battle it out for P3. Oh, big bump there from that wall, but luckily Toki reads it, gets around him. As Timo CST is the driver ahead. Another fast driver. He had probably doesn't want to be stuck behind, but there's nothing he can do. He has to pass him. It looks like he did just so on the inside of the stadium. Or excuse me, of the fountain section. Ooh, a little bit of scrape there, though, coming into the last straights. So Jigsaw Rush keeping an eye on the turtle. If he makes any mistakes, any bumps that happen, he wants that P3 from him. As we enter lap 23. 3, 2, go. 4, 2, 8, 1, 8. Hutspot, Purple Toki, and Jigsaw Rush. Who is going to win the feature race? It's looking like 2-8's way, but it could be anyone's. Toki currently 1 second ahead of Jigsaw Rush to hold on to a P3. It's cleaned up a little bit.
Those two guys, actually, despite the poor performance early on, is actually doing pretty okay there in 7th. He's got one more pit stop to go. Uh-oh, Hutspot is making an error.
Oh, there he
turn
is.
6.
On turn 6, and you can see right side of your screen is Hutspot, left side of your screen, Toki. So another bump from Hutspot in the baseball field. And it's starting to catch up. Toki's starting to get closer. And now he's within eyesight. Now, ooh, big wide turn there for 6 on Toki there on the old block stop. As Hutspot still leading this pack. He's, I think, at this point, too far behind 2818 to really catch up unless 28 makes huge mistakes. I think he's going to shift his focus to defending against the turtle. So he's done it before. He's done it before in 2024 where he won the entire BCC event, keeping Toki tucked behind in 3rd that year. As we enter lap 24, 2 to go for this top group of drivers. Hutspot nailing turn 1, absolutely perfect from him as he tries to gap Toki as much as he can. Seems like Toki has managed to get away from Jigsaw Rush there. Not too much of an issue. Oh, Hutspot getting bumped into turn 2. There's so many drivers in this spot. And here they go, side by side into 3 and 4. Another bump from Hutspot. Toki does the same thing. And it's just traffic through here. Hutspot getting stuck behind the worst of it. And that's going to get a position. Purple Toki moving into P2 right now with 2 laps to go. And guess what? He's only 4 seconds behind 2818. Is it possible? Is it possible with 2 to go compared to 2818? And there he is.
There's a lot of drivers ahead of him. This isn't out of reach for Purple Toki.
He has to absolutely nail passing all these drivers between him and 2818. He's got 2 laps to go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is absolute craziness. This is probably why his time has been dropping for 28, getting past this absolute ball of drivers on different laps, different pits. And oh, it's so tough to see 28 even in the mix of all of that. Hutspot bumped again. He's going to lose the position to Jigsaw Rush as well. But we enter our last lap, and we're watching 28. He's currently 5 seconds ahead of Toki, 7 seconds. He's going to do a 360, and he finishes first in the feature race. Excuse me, I thought there was 1 lap to go, but it's not the case. 28 will win the feature race. Second, of course, goes to Toki. Jigsaw Rush just barely ahead of Hutspot for 4th. 5th will go to, looks like it's going to be Dark Robo, who's 14 seconds behind this podium group. There he goes, Dark Robo in 5th. 6th will go to an amazing performance by Ivan the Miner. Great job from him. JH Dash just ties him, actually, in 7th there. He's going to get the advantage to Ivan the Miner. 8th goes to Shoujo, Kane, Big Burb in your top 10. 11th to Paper Yoshi. 12th to Rubik. 13th to TDG. Great finish for him after that horrible start in the sprint. 14th to 30 to Gilo. 15th to Builder Maddie. 16th to Somni. 17th to Sandoris. 18th to T-Bosh. 19th, NG Main, Zuxinlo, 20th, Lucy Gold, 21st in the feature race. 22nd goes to Spooky Jimmy, 23rd, Tony Kaiser, 24th, Oink, 25th, Ozone, Y Fury, 26th, 27th to Sarcuse, 28th, Demonetic, 29th, Eduardo Avocado, and 30th to Techno Gustav, right ahead of Kilolo on 31st. Then we have Bolt, the Potato, BipQ, Lasersloth, Mopeki, Mafiosa, Iconos, Omega Miss Z, Nifty Acorn, Big Bird, Blair Sakala, Joker, Deceptive MC, Duxkey, Rapping Ivy, Mr. GG, Arthur Hona Maestro, Big Bird, It's Yezar, Struxel, Wrath of Finland there in your top 50. 52nd goes to El Soccer to Papas, 53rd to Rocket Race, 54th to Skibboleta. There are so many names in our top group that I can't bother finishing the rest of those names. There are so many drivers who have finished this race on a high level and only getting P50. It is super competitive in those last couple of laps for a lot of these drivers. Shelljo and Kane tying, and Ivan the Miner and JH Dash doing the same for 7th position. Great racing for this feature race. Absolutely great racing. A very close time. Yes, you see it right. 8th and 9th are tied. And looks like 6th and 7th are tied as well, to the 1,000th of a second. And oh my gosh. Well, the racing is finishing for a lot of these drivers.
Jigsaw Rush is celebrating. He says the top Dutch driver now goes to Jigsaw Rush.
Just getting ahead of Hutspot on that last lap. Yeah.
Huge props to Jigsaw Rush, by the way.
Yeah.
And of course, he's not going to be very high on the leaderboards by the end of this, but to take a third after, what was that, 20, 28, 29 laps of racing with the sprint race is huge to get past all these top tier drivers, especially for someone as green as he is.
Yeah, huge props to the underdogs who have performed well in this feature race, specifically Jigsaw Rush, Ivan the Miner as well.
I gotta say, Purple Tokyo is definitely an underdog too, right?
You can't count. He gets 4th or more every single BCC. He's never going to be an underdog in this event. He never will be. He's the wise old saint that comes down every year to proclaim his dominance in BCC, Purple Toki, and we'll get your final race results, your final event results shortly for our podium. We'll see who wins it all. We'll hopefully get some interviews with the fastest drivers as well, because it is a fantastic year-long event not year-long event, but annual event that we want to see. We want to get the reactions from those on the podium. Wow, what a race. What a race. Absolutely. What an event. What a weekend for BCC 2026. Don't go anywhere with the podium shortly after this, and a special announcement after the podium for one of your favorite racing leagues. So don't go anywhere, and we can see what new news there are in the world of ice boat racing after today's podium celebration. Right, we still have the 130s finishing right now. 138th going through. 139, 6D, who's right on that front row in the sprint race. Finishing 139th in this one. I mean, take it all in for a moment. For all those drivers who participated in this race. And, I mean, we've been commentating these races for a couple of days now, and we're getting a little bit too accustomed to the amount of drivers. But think about it. In your local racing league, you get about 30, with the exception of FC2, you get about 30 drivers. And this one is 200, and I believe we had 200 and... Oh, I lost it. 208 drivers labeled. It is not, unfortunately, it is not an official world record for single race, but for the event. We had over 500 people participate in BCC this weekend, and an amazing amount of drivers to unite the boat racing world as we get ready for the podium celebration and celebrate our top 10 boat racers in BCC, the largest boat race ever. Here we go. Your top 10 begins now. Oinked, with 968 points, will finish his race in 10th position for the pig. He's done well so far. And last year, he got 8th and 10th again in this one. Another top 10 for the Canadian. Into 9th, Paper Yoshi, the Singaporean, will finish 9th with 973 points. Good finish to the Singaporean in 9th spot. 7th will go to, or excuse me, 8th will go to 30 Gilo, 982 points to the Frenchman. Good racing from him. A very competitive field already in our top, or our 10th, 9th, and 8th have all done well last year and have gone all the way down to our podium again this year. 7th, a newcomer to the boat racing scene and has really enthusiastically celebrated his culture in ice boat racing. 7th, to Ivan the Miner, 1,032 points for Ivan the Miner. 6th is going to be Hotspot the Pig. Not a win this time around for the Dutchman, but 6th is where he stands, 1,034 points. Now, our top 5 is going to be, number 5 is Big Burb, 1,036 points to the bird there. Congratulations to him, a top 5 finish in BCC, his first ever top 10. And to 4th position, we have Kane, who gets his 4th spot after winning the group stage. The highest placed group stage winner, Kane, finishing with 1,036 points. And now, our top 3 for BCC 2026. Here we go. It is going to be JH Dash in 3rd with 1,041 points. JH Dash, a well-earned 3rd position. And then 2nd, the feature race winner goes to 2818, 1,046 points to him. The Brit has done an amazing job, but there is only one winner. It's Purple Toki. The turtle has finally done it. 5 years in the making for the Russian driver, and he's done it. He's won BCC in the most competitive year of all. 5 years in the making. I can't believe it, Purple Toki. He's done it. He's done it. No more Mr. Podium. It is the winner, the champion of BCC. Over 500 drivers have participated, and Purple Toki takes them all down. Finally.
Take it in, Purple Toki. You don't get these opportunities very much to win in a race like this. 4 podiums and finishes it off with a win.
Absolutely. Wow. And big congratulations, big celebrations to all our drivers here who have done a phenomenal job. It is no easy business qualifying for an all-star race and then bringing it to a top 10 for all these 10 drivers who celebrate so very much. They're all some of the fastest drivers you have ever seen in boat racing. And to see Purple Toki, the man on top, to win it all. I really hope he's recording. We want to see this one in full for the turtle there. And can we perhaps, I do want to get to a talking with him before we wrap things up. We do want to have a conversation with Toki, but I mean, look at all these snowballs. All these drivers celebrating with him. I don't think there's anyone who's a Purple Toki hater today. No one's salty about that one. Maybe 2-8, but honestly, you can't help but smile for the guy. 5 years in the making. Toki finally wins BCC. Let's walk it through your 4 years since then. 2022, he got 4th position. He was behind by a couple points to lose to Makuzin. 2023, he had his best finish yet. A 1 point difference between him and Lapis Lettuce. He couldn't complete it. All he had to do was win the feature race and have Lapis Lettuce finish below 3rd. But unfortunately to him, Lapis did get that podium spot on the last lap, stealing away his win for 2023. 2024, he got 3rd that time by a couple of points to Hotspot, who he beat today by a good amount of points. And 2025, 4th position to him as Hockey Fan, Honey Cars, and 30 Gilo, beaten by a handful of points. But still, today, he is on top of the world. Purple Toki wins BCC. Right. Well, can we maybe bring him into our call here? Can we get him to have a conversation? Can we have him dragged into our VC Gold or Justin?
Perhaps. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll wait to see his response. Don't go anywhere. We still have a special announcement from a very special league in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. Do we have him? Is that the man?
I think so. Hello.
Purple Toki, you finally do it! After 5 years, you win BCC!
You get lucky once in a while.
How are you feeling? Has it all amounted to this? Is this what you dreamed of?
I feel so drained, honestly. It takes a toll on you after a while.
Absolutely. You've been in this community for years, and I mean, winning this race means so much to us, and I think we are so excited for you to finally do it. But I mean, walk us through that entire weekend for you. I mean, what happened?
My entire weekend? Well, I practiced for quite a bit on the BCC 25 map, and then you changed the layout a bit, and you removed the block stop. I'm so glad you removed the block stop. Thank you so much. And what else? And I don't know. I got so lucky on the sprint race. You don't believe it. Like it
Yeah,
was
really good start.
from the cars, like the starting scene from the cars, and also a bit of luck in the between helped me so much into the actual race, because I got a perfect position to start the lap.
Absolutely.
And then yeah. And then you know it, you front run for a bit and it's basically over.
I have a question for you, Toki. You have been around this server for a while, but you have drivers like JH Dash, Big Burb, who else? Gilo or Game Moment, Paper Yoshi, all these drivers who have come up and win big wins elsewhere in the world. Does it feel something extra to like take it to the young guys?
Absolutely. The fact that I coach some of them like really inspires me. Like I feel like their win is also part of mine, kinda, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you coached a lot of drivers in your time. You even coached me a little bit back in the day. Remember those JC racing days, Toki?
It was so long ago.
Right, and now here you are on top of the podium.
Mhm.
Congratulations. Big congratulations,
Thank
Toki.
you.
All right. Well, we will leave you to it. Huge congrats to Toki the Turtle winning big in BCC. Congratulations to everyone involved, everyone who participated in all 500 drivers who participated in BCC this weekend. Toki, before you go, we have one more thing for you. Anything you want to say to you, maybe your fan club, to the fans
Oh yeah, my fan
watching?
club. They spam Bot Drift Club, so Bot Drift Club on top. Yay!
There you go. Finally, Boat Drift Club on top. Congratulations, Toki. All right. Well, it is time to reveal the new information we have. We have a special trailer for you to watch. Don't go anywhere. We'll see a brand new announcement for one of our racing leagues just now. Let's take a look at what happens. That's not it.
He's not just holding on, he's gapping away from...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Kate is pushing it even more, but doesn't
Kate
fall off.
doesn't make
It's Paper Yoshi in the front. Yoshi the duck can take it and skip. Oh my word! Coming up to the rocket, Yoshi messes up. Will he get the position?
Yes, he does!
Yes!
No, he doesn't!
No,
To finish this out of it. Oh, live network!
oh no! Oh no! It's gonna be an ace! It's gonna be a track win for the Stereo Focus!
What? It's gonna be so close. Chilo. Can he get it? Kane is gonna snipe Chilo. And live network snipes Joker. That's the try. And it will be enough to win the Ibra World Cup. Across the final turns, J-Duo are your Ibra World Cup 2 champions.
there you go. There is World Cup coming back, season 3. And it will be an exciting race event. If you're interested, they've been a huge partner in our BCC racing this weekend, and they are back for a 3rd time. World Cup coming back, and I'm excited for it. It's unfortunately out of my time zone, but for anyone involved, it is an exciting race. That trailer really hypes me up, too. They've done an excellent job. And of course, yeah, Paper Yoshi and them, that's why they're standing in front of the World Cup signing earlier today to hint at our news. So be tuned for how that racing will go on. Stay tuned on their Discord. It is in the description. If you want to join the World Cup Discord, it is available to you if you are genuinely interested in a Trackmania style event. 1v1s, 2v2s, 4v4s, all, whatever it may be you like. There you go. Right. Well, that's going to wrap up BCC 2026 this year. Gold, what do you have to say to really anyone listening, anyone watching, anyone participating? Anything you want to say before we wrap things up?
Well, I do want to say that we continue the streak of having a new winner every year. Thank you, Purple Toki. But also to say, anybody can win these kinds of races. It takes skill for sure, but you never know what can happen. We have some drivers throughout the weekend who have done amazingly well, and we've never seen them do well elsewhere. So it's really awesome to see those newcomers, those green drivers, come up and do as well as they do, and that can be you next time. So thank you to everybody who shows up, whether this is your first time, whether apparently your boyfriend is a racer and has joined in the case of a couple around, as we've seen the images float around. Anybody can join, anybody can do well, and it's all about having fun and really just enjoying yourself in a big race like BCC.
Absolutely. So we will unfortunately have to say goodbye to this season, this year of BCC racing. It's been a legendary journey this past weekend. Thank you to everyone who participated, every single partner who helped bring everyone together, the boat racing world community, on the best weekend, the best day to be a boat racer. And thank you to our race control. Thank you to you, commentators, Gold, TDG, Jalesha, and everyone involved. Thank you so much to be participating in BCC this year, 2026. And that's going to be it. We will see you next time for 2027, which of course will always be bigger and better than ever. Here we come. 2027 is next. Bye. You're